Welcome to
Unfiltered Growth.
Real Talk on Trends and Strategies. This podcast is your weekly dose of reality-checked wisdom
As we explore the intersection of entrepreneurship, marketing, culture, business, and innovation.
We strip away the BS and dive into real challenges and opportunities for revenue growth.
With a sharp, unfiltered lens.
Expect raw conversations, real success,
And failure stories.
and practical advice that you can apply to your journey.
No filters.
Just growth.
The number one thing every conference, every business, every person is striving to do daily, whether you are consuming all this thought leader fodder on LinkedIn or you're scrolling through Instagram every day, hoping the one reel is going to make you feel more motivated than ever, is growth. Always about growth. Whether you're trying to grow more money, you're trying to bring more people to your event, you're trying to, get them dollar signs up, you're trying to launch your business, you're trying to pursue your purpose. We're all in the pursuit of growth. But you know what? There's a lot of noise. And sometimes the noise, it ain't jamming. It ain't flying what we're trying to do. So maybe we got to put a filter in front of that. What you say, CK?
And I feel like the definition for growth is different for everybody's. And it can be a sense of growth within their team, people. It could be growth, obviously, money-wise. It could be growth in the sense of anything, any type of analytics within your marketing that you can talk vanity metrics, growth-wise too, but also growth within interpersonally. And when you look at that and you open your eyes to different cultures, to different views, different ways to market your business, you'll be tapping into those markets too. And that is an unfiltered view of how your company can grow. And when you have that view and that ambitious thinking of really expanding your mind interpersonally, but also for your business, magic happens.
I love you brought that up. And I really think it's bringing awareness to what you don't understand and what you don't know or what you don't consider.
Because you have a filtered view of your
Come
thinking.
on now. So, Unfiltered Growth, brought to you by Troy Sandidge, and
Christina Kay.
We're here to help you remove that filter so you can see the world, see your business, see your conference with new, fresh eyes, new ideas, and possibly better strategies to help you achieve the growth that you desire the most.
We're here to help you and guide you, not judge you. And to be honest, we have our own learnings to do about the filters that we have. And I probably need more filters in my language sometimes, but hey, it's all a growing experience. And hey, we're going to have an unfiltered growth experience together.
We're two peas in the same pod, different cultures, different worlds, but I promise you, I was going to say something really cool in the synchronization, but I can't. That's not the word I wanted to say. Oh, it went away. I'm going to leave it and be like, see, my ADHD brain went off again. And I forgot what I was going to say.
And then I was thinking of sugar snap peas. When you said 2 peas in a pot, I was like, ooh, that sounds really good for lunch. I mean, no one likes fluffy metrics and no one likes the rushed overview of your analytics, your metrics, what's going on. So give your people what they want. Give them the honest, even though it might be really hard to say to your boss, honest, unfiltered view of what's going on with your campaigns and what you could do better. Because that's the hardest thing to do is say, hey, I effed up, or my idea was wrong, but this is where I'm going to take it. And show your data in an unfiltered, true view.
And to be quite frank with y'all, sometimes the data don't lie. You can call it impressions, you can call it whatever you want, it ain't working. And even more so, sometimes you're missing the biggest component within your data, the human element. The human element is very complex, and it requires you to look beyond just how many likes, how many follows, how many clicks. Are we doing and understanding the sentimental value? Do they grasp what we're trying to do? Are we having conversations? Are we active listening, y'all? You can't have an unfiltered view if you're not considering other variables beyond the 5 to 3 metrics someone told you at a conference 5 years ago that actually are all irrelevant because the medium changed yesterday. Oh my God.
And how you talk to those people is going to change. And how you talk to search engines is going to change. And having that in your head, because those things are going to be evolving because people evolve too. Yes, your market could stay the same, but your same ICP also 10 years ago, 5 years ago, have different views. So you have to change and listen, especially you have to be in tune and up to date on what's going on in the world and have that in your data mindset as well. Because when you're looking at your data with all of the things that you need to look at, if you don't have current events and things going on in the world on top of your mind, you are sorely, sorely mistaken, because this world has many things going on. And if you notice at a target market that your biggest customers or prospects are in a certain area and there's big events going on in those areas, things are going to change. So your messaging should change as well. And if your team is not quick enough to, or being able to switch and pivot and still stay on your brand voice, that's a thing that we can help you with, because the world is going to change even more, especially with AI and everything coming down. AI, I don't think AI, I am a firm believer that AI is not going to take jobs. It's just going to help people in their jobs, because human elements are still a thing. And yes, you can train an AI for that. But if you know how to train the AI to be an assistant to you or help you do the things you don't want to do, it's going to help you, and it's going to help you grow in your job for you to then help others with that. And knowing that within your data and reading that, you can be ahead of the curve and really have a true view of your customer, the people you're working with, the trends, whether that be a robot or a person.
I love that. And that honestly is a massive reality check for most people, because they do have that fear of technology. They don't understand. They're in utter denial that they have to change. That culture is literally telling you we have to change. It's evolving. If you look at history, we've seen the patterns when the dot-com boom, when social media took off. And it's almost like we laugh at these things as if, oh, you don't have a platform like that? You don't have a social media account like that? Believe it or not, there were times where people who were at right now with AI, ML, and a lot of other variables, ooh, I don't know. Ooh, I'm in denial. You either adjust and you're ahead of the curve, or you stay in denial and you become abysmal, irrelevant, and you're done. And that's the truth. So what are you going to do? How are you going to market differently? How are you going to grow differently? And even still now, DEIB is not some new thing that just showed up one day. It's been around forever. It's just now culture is demanding, oh, this is more important now. The next generations coming up behind us care. If 91% of consumers will choose not to use your product, your service, your conference, your event, simply because it doesn't align with their values, you better get yourself in check, honey.
Especially you have none, because a lot of them I feel like don't have any. Because they put it out there for a conference, but conferences also have to have values and missions and their goals, not just attendees and things like that. And the generations coming up, and we're millennials, and I work with Gen Z as well. So I coach Gen Z, and I see how they use social. I see how they interact. I see how they interact with adults. And some people just are they gonna have to get with it quickly, because they don't mess around and they will speak out about it. And I'm not saying disrespectfully, but voices matter. And the sad thing is that some people think that they can just use people's likeness or how they look to say, oh, yep, we are this way with like one photo, but not truly believe that and truly pull that through their conference or pull that through their leadership team. There has to be a truly united front on that, because people will see the filters that you're putting on to see through the bullcrap. And everything's not perfect, and people don't even expect perfection anymore. That's the thing. And I'm not saying send your emails with a lot of misspellings to make it look like a human wrote it and you don't have it in a sequence or something. That's not what I'm saying. But just be true to what your organization, your mission, your like values are. But that also goes to your people. And then look at the people, look and see if those align too. And if it's just a checkbox that you want to do because you want to get a stamp on your website saying that you have these types of people at your organization, or you want to be shown as a top diverse company, what are you doing besides hiring? Are you giving people different lessons, or not giving them lessons, but are you doing continuing education on microaggressions? Are you doing it on how to work with people with different disabilities? Are you training managers, leaders on how to work with people who have ADA accommodations? There are so many things that you can think about, because that's going to impact people and that's going to impact your business, because then they're not going to perform as well. So you're not going to make money. And it really could just come down to helping, nurturing, and growing people to an ability that they probably don't even think is possible, but you hired them for a reason. There's a reason why they're there. A lot of the times it's a culture fit, because there's so many talented people out there, but figure out your culture. And I'm not talking you have kegs in your kitchen and things like that. I'm talking the culture of your company, as in the moving and grooving of the people. You have to be true to that, because if you're not, it's going to be a ripple effect. People, prospects, customers are going to see it. So just sift through the BS and be true to who your company is. And sometimes that's like turning the Titanic to do, because you might be 70-year-old company and something like that. But guess what? You got to do it, because some millennials and the generation coming up, and even I will say some boomers, some Gen X, they are also with it, and they're expecting these things. And having that view of people with a lens of maybe what you were taught as a child and you never really thought of things differently, that's impacting your business. So you just got to open your mind and grow inside for that growth at your events, growth within your campaigns, and even looking at your data with an unbiased view, because the truth don't lie, data don't lie. And I mean, Zoom calls, if they record, they don't lie either. So just be true to it. I went on a tangent.
You was going. I was like, "Oh, she in the zone. I'm here for it." As you can, oh, we both have those moments. I love it. As you can see, the truth is hard to take. And what's crazy is, as you are all trying to figure out how to grow, we as business partners, as besties, doing this podcast, growing a business, we're also trying to figure out how do we navigate these new levels of growth. And understand growth is different for everybody. We are not about that hustle culture. If you are content working your 9 to 5, you better shine. If you are trying to be an entrepreneur, there's other ways than being a hustler. We have to be able to find ways to grow, whatever the case might be, in a way that doesn't drain us of our souls, drain us of our time, drain us of everything that we are in the pursuit of something that may or may not be what we want. Oh my goodness. We achieved $1 million. That was our goal. But that's not what we were really chasing. We were chasing freedom. We were chasing impact. We were chasing just the thought of giving more, doing more. But as you go along the way, allow yourself to have grace, to make mistakes, find your people that can help you do it. And honestly, if you don't know how to grow a business, if you don't know from RevOps to go to market, you are listening to the right podcast to help you do it. And again, we're going to be honest. We might be a little sassy, be a little real, but we're always unfiltered. So if you want to join us on this journey, that makes no sense.
No, that sounded really good. That was really good. I was like, fuck, what am I going to say after this? So good. Or honestly, if you're just stuck in, you feel like you need to do 5 different things, or you want to do 5 different things, we'll help you figure out what to do first, because those 5 different things probably are connected. We'll give you our honest truth, our backgrounds, our history. We've been through a lot, y'all. We've seen a lot of things. And we're going to give you an unfiltered view of how to grow in your business, talking about trends, and also grow within yourself, because truly you matter and your business matters. The company you work for matters. And we just want to help you and get you to the growth that you want to get to, unfiltered.
And that's real talk.
Yeah. Beep.
No filter. And that wraps up another episode of Unfiltered Growth. Make sure you subscribe, rate
with 5 stars,
and leave us a review.
Remember, growth doesn't happen in isolation. Join our community of bold thinkers and doers on social media and stay connected.
Don't forget to go to season3media.com/podcast for strategy or event inquiries, resources, or to just chill with us.
Until next time, keep pushing boundaries, embracing diversity, and never stop growing. This is Christina and Troy signing off. And remember,
no filters,
just growth.